I found a significant poem today written by Rabia. It's significant to me because here we have an Advaitic poem, a poem talking about the oneness of all things, that there's one without a second. And it's written by one of the most famous lovers of God, which is squarely planted in dualism. So you see how this dance goes on, how it's two but one, not really one, seemingly two, but the ultimate reality is that Advaitic experience, that there is one without a second, and thou art that, as the Vedanta says. But listen to this poem and the way that Rabia hints at this universal oneness while maintaining a loving relationship with the beloved, the divine. She says, "In love, nothing exists between heart and heart. Speech is born out of longing. True description from the real taste. The one who tastes knows. The one who explains lies. How can you describe the true form of something in whose presence you are blotted out, and in whose being you still exist, and who lives as a sign for your journey?" You see these interesting signs that are paradoxical in their nature. This idea, in love, nothing exists between heart and heart. That's that unity. There is no space between two hearts in love. That separation, that duality diminishes, disappears. Speech is born out of longing. That's a beautiful saying. That these thoughts and words bubble up in you when you find yourself with the idea that you're separate and apart from everything else. That thoughts and words and whatnot rise up in the mind out of a longing for that rift to come to an end, for there to be that fulfilling oneness that we're always looking for. True description comes from the real taste. So when you're trying to describe something, it's because you know that real taste, you've had that real flavor, and clumsily you fall to words in order to describe it. And she's referring a lot here to that spiritual experience, that oneness with the beloved, with the divine, and how longing for that reality, for the knowledge of that reality, causes the words, causes the poetry, causes beauty, actually, in many forms. She says, "Who can describe the true form of something in whose presence you are blotted out?" See, you can't be in the presence of God and remain separate and apart, because by nature you'll fall into it. You will unify with such a perfect love. You'll surrender everything about yourself that keeps you separate from such a beautiful love, and in whose being you still exist. That God is that Satchitananda, that existence, knowledge, bliss. So God is existence himself. And so it is his existence that we use to exist, simply to have this state of being, this great I am that we all share. And who lives as a sign for your journey, that this love is a constant call, and as it grows, that knowledge that you are becoming ever more loving and ever less selfish is your signboard along the way that you are approaching the divine. So this beautiful poem, poised between the duality, falling into that Advaitic truth.